No, thank you. Come here. I know, but I don't want you up on there. You're all gross. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, X Stitch and Chill. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back and seeing all of my progress. I love to spend some stitchy time with you. And if you are new here, thank you so much for clicking on my video. My name is Kelsey, and this channel is all about cross stitching and my progress through my projects that I'm working on. I also like to talk about the TV shows I'm watching, books I'm listening to, and such, because I have to be doing something while I am watching TV and things. Otherwise, I will eat all of the snacks. So stitching keeps my hands busy so that I'm not eating. Oh, good jump, good jump. Oh, this is my kitty. His name is Cat. And he is a disgusting mess right now. Yeah, he was a good boy though, huh? He has like a congestion issue and he's sneezing up like discharge, and it's like just all like stuck in his fur, and he's cranky and he won't let me clean it. So he's just a gross cat right now. Huh. Yeah, you're kind of a little nasty. Well, we still love you. So I did want to say thank you because I did hit the 1,500 subscribers, and that's very exciting. So the next goal is 2,000 subscribers, and once I get there, I am thinking about doing a giveaway. So tell your friends, and if you have a specific idea that you would like to see for the giveaway, let me know, because I feel like I'm always like I don't design patterns or anything, so I always feel it's like weird. I don't know what to give away. So if you have any suggestions, I'd love to hear them. I also wanted to say thank you so much for all of the love on my 24 hours of cross stitch video. That was an experience. If you haven't watched it, you can go back on my channel. I made a plans video, and then I made a recap video of what it was like to do the 24 hours of cross stitch. Spoiler alert, I did not make it to 24 hours. I thought I did 16, but then as I was filming my recap video, I realized that I had done 18. So I did a pretty good job. A valiant effort. I did have some events that I had to go to. This weekend probably would be a better weekend to try 24 hours of cross stitch, but it's fine. It's fine. I did get a lot of progress done. If you want to see like before and afters, I worked on Deathly Hollows, and I worked on Shitz Creek for a day. So if you want to check those out, you can see the specific progress from the 24 hours of cross stitch. Also, just as a quick reminder, if you have any questions about the fabric I'm using, who designed the project, links to projects, all that kind of stuff, check out my spreadsheet, which I have a link in the description. It has all of my whips and my to be stitched. I've also been putting in stitch counts for videos because I'm trying to figure out like which projects are huger and which ones are smaller, especially when it comes to like my full coverage stuff. So yeah, I've been kind of filling out a stitch count for everything. So if you're interested in that, yeah, see how crazy I am for some of them. We're doing this with a cat in our lap, apparently. I don't know if you guys can hear him purring. He's a pretty loud purr to begin with, and he's yeah, he's a loud purr. Huh. He's a pretty loud purr to begin with, and then he's right next to the microphone right now. So I apologize. Just a little ASMR for your day, you know? All right, so let's get into the whips and what I have been working on since I last saw you guys. I think the last time I filmed my FlossTube, it was April 11th. So it's been a little while, and yeah, so this will be my last update for April, and then we'll get into May, and we'll talk about May further on down the line. All right, so like I said, 24 hours cross stitch, I mainly focused on my Deathly Hollow stitch, which if you've been here at any time before, you've seen it. I've been working on this project forever, and my goal is to finish this project this year. So I'm like 57% done or something like that. I don't know, but I'm getting there. We're moving through it. But over 24 hours of cross stitch, it got quite a bit of stitching. I think 1,400 stitches, something like that. But anyway, this is what it looked like before the 24 hours of cross stitch. So what it looked like on my last FlossTube. And here is what it looks like now. So I think I had just like done the moon over here and was doing some of the lighter stitches. And now I'm actually almost finished with this page. So there's only like, what did I say? There's only 37 more color stitches for this page, and then the rest is 310. So I'm hoping to finish a page soon. So hopefully by the next time I see you guys, I'll have finished the page. The black stitches are just time consuming. And then like I've been kind of stitching by color for this one. So color, I finish the color on the page and then I move on to the next color, starting with the color with the highest number and then going down. So I don't get page lines because I made that mistake before. I kind of am like stitching down towards the bottom and into this page beneath, but I didn't leave a lot of room for it. And then before I had two options. I could go this way or I could go down, but this is the end of the chart. So I kind of only can go down. So I parked a couple threads because I couldn't quite stitch that much and there was quite a bit of thread left. So yeah, that is Deathly Hollows. And this is artwork by DJ Vigo, and Thread Geeks has charted it. So the next one I worked on is Shitz Creek Landmarks, which is by Stitchy Time Designs on Etsy. And it's just the town of Shitz Creek and all the important buildings that are in the show. And I feel like maybe I got a lot of done. I don't know what this looked like on the last FlossTube, but I did work on this one for one of the days in 24 hours. Cross stitch, I think it only got like 4 hours. So, and like 500 some stitches. I did a very annoying 1,999 stitches for the 24 hours of cross stitch. So that was annoying. But anyway, so this is what it looked like before you guys, or from my last FlossTube. And this is what it looks like now. So I am working here. This is the vet clinic. And this right here is actually the end of this next page. So once I get, this is like the Cafe Tropical is here, and then there's some of Rosebud Motel that needs to get done down here, and then the rest of the vet clinic. But this is the end of this page. So I've almost gotten another page finish on this one. Down here with the Rosebud Motel is going to be very blocky again. So yeah. But this is like my perfect stitch when my brain is fried and I want to stitch, but I don't want to have to like think too hard about it because it is just like simple chunks of color. And I think even when I finish this one, I will try and find another one that's kind of similar, that's just like not huge blocks of color, but blocks of color, just so I have something that I'm not like, I don't feel like thinking about stitching kind of project. All right, so my next project is one that I feel like is never going to get done. It's just always there, and that is Heart of the Winter, which is by Little Dove Stitches. I found it on Etsy, and I have also completed spring, autumn, and summer. So this is the last one. Maybe that's why it feels like it's taking forever because it's never ending. But I did work on this one the last couple days because I was like, I need to finish this one. This one just needs to be done. So I can make time for some other ones. But so yeah, I'll show it to you and then we can talk about it. Yeah. So this is what it looked like last time you guys saw it. And then this is what it looks like now. So I finished the top 2 pages, except for the back stitching on the snowflakes up here. And there's a little bit of the mountain left too, but, so now I'm working down into the bottom 2 pages, which are smaller, but there's still a lot of stitching in them because there's a lot of snow. So there's a lot of white. I did this white, like, frilly stuff. I just finished that last night. And that felt good. Felt good to finish that off. But yeah, down here, there's still like just a bunch of snow. There's like another like little decorative like leaves, and it feels like there's just still so much to stitch. There's like a cabin and a little church over here. So yeah, it's just, I don't know why it's taking me so long. The other ones didn't take that long. I focused up a little bit, maybe better on those. But right now this is, yeah, gonna get done. It's gonna get done eventually. So I'm almost done. I think I'm like 72% done with it. So just these bottom 2 pages left, and then that one will be done. And then I can decide how I'm going to FFO all of these. I wanted to wait until I finished all of them before figuring out before FFOing everything, because I didn't want, I wanted them to be all the same. So eventually that will happen whenever this gets finished, but I do like it. It's so pretty. And winter, I keep saying, was one of my favorites, but it's just, maybe that's why I'm dragging it out, you know. I just feel like the patterns on this one are a little more difficult than the other ones. Like there's a lot going on. But yeah, that's Heart of the Winter, and hopefully next time you guys see it, I will have made a good chunk of progress. All right, so the next stitch, I usually take out of the hoop, but I'm not gonna take it out of the hoop for you guys. I'm sorry. I just don't feel like it. But the next one is my Temperature Galaxy stitch, which is by Climbing Goat Designs. I actually did finish the first spiral. So I finished I finished January, February, March. And now April, I've started the second spiral. So this is what it looked like last time you guys saw it. And then this is what it looks like now. So the last little spiral's over here. It's just in the hoop, but this is the next spiral starting right there. So I've gotten a few days into April, and yeah, it's turning out really good. I like it. I think I was talking about how there's so much yellow and blue, and now I'm gonna get a lot of yellow and orange is what's gonna happen as we get into the warmer days. But yeah, I love how it's turning out. It looks really good. And yeah, there's not much to say about that because it's just like, you know, I work on it a lot while I'm at my daughter's cheer practices, but she actually is done with cheer. She just had her last week this week. So I'm gonna have to just put it in a regular rotation and make sure I work on it, because she's actually done with all of her activities until the summer. So where she has some camps that she's signed up for. So we're just kind of in this dead zone of between finishing up sports and waiting for camps to start. All right, the next one is an oldie but a goodie. It is the Biscuit Mill, which is by Modern Folk Embroidery. And this one is an ongoing project. I've been using it for my F1 stitch, which is, if you don't know what F1 Stitching Challenge is, it's a challenge by Carrie, I can't remember, on Instagram, but so Carrie and Stitches, that's it. So Carrie and Stitches hosts it, and basically every F1 race weekend there are certain challenges. So you can stitch 200 in your team's color, you can stitch however many kilometers or meters, kilometers, meters, I don't know, you can stitch how long the track is, how long they go, and then you can do however many points your driver gets. So I haven't really been doing all of those challenges since the new season started. They're like 5 races in, but I have been trying to get my 200 stitches in on this one because I do want to finish it, and I'm getting close to a finish. So this is what it looked like last time you guys saw it. He's back. And this is what it looks like now. So I think last time I had just done this like tree, so I kind of got more into this bottom part of the mill going on. And this fabric is like an 18 count Aida, and it's by, I can't remember, it's on the spreadsheet. That's why we have a spreadsheet. But yeah, and then the floss is a Weeks Dye Works. Monkey grass. I can remember that one. That one's easy to remember because it's silly. So, no, thank you. Come here. So this one just gets minimal work on it. Every now and then it pops in here, but this one's nice to stitch on. The Aida is so soft, and there's a ton of it. So I don't know. I got to figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of it once this one's done. We'll have to see. And the last one that I got work on, I said that I was maybe going to work on it for 24 hours of cross stitch, but I didn't end up doing that because my brain was mush. So I didn't want to work on it. But that is Moay and Shandon, and this is the White Star pattern. There are 2. There's Imperial and then White Star. So I am working on the White Star one, even though I have the other one, but I haven't started it yet. And this one I have, yeah, well, I'll show you. See, I'm doing it again where I'm going to talk about it and you guys are like, well, what are we talking about? I can't see it. So anyway, this is what it looked like last time you guys saw it. And it's going to be kind of hard to see the progress on this, but this is what it looks like now. Coming closer. So like you can start to see like the letters are coming in here. There's an M. And then I've started this like circle where her head is. And then this top corner bit's almost finished. I just have a couple more colors in there that need to get done. But yeah, it's moving. I kind of decided to do, like you can see all these like little stitches around. I have kind of abandoned the Royal Rose method on this one just because there's like this weird gap right here between the circle. Like I might pick it back up as I get deeper into the chart, but there's like this gap right here and it makes it really hard to do that method because of the gap in the stitches. Like, I mean, technically you could stitch the white, but I'm not going to stitch all of that white. That sounds like a terrible time. So I've been kind of just color completing, and then like, I'm kind of doing it like Deathly Hallows where I'm trying to color complete each page, and then like whatever thread I have spills into the next page. So that's kind of how it's working right now. So that's kind of the new approach. I think once I get like fully down into the circle and stuff, it might be a little easier to do Royal Rose method just because of the parking and stuff. But yeah, I am trying to get a lot of these parked threads worked in because there's just like this project just looks like a mess all the time. Like so I'm trying to kind of figure out how to work these threads in to the project and kind of go from there. So that's the new idea of how to tackle this one. And it's one that like I really enjoy working on it, but then I put it down, and then it takes a lot of strength to pick it back up. Like while I'm working on it, I'm like, oh, I really like working on this one. And then I set it down to not work on it and work on something else. And then it just sits there and looks at me, and I'm like, I don't want to do it. So hopefully this will get some more action in the coming months and stuff. But it's not really a priority. It's just fun to work on. And that is all of my whips. I just turned around and I was like, oh, they're gone. So that's all I've worked on. I have not worked on the Witchy Stitchers Nostalgia Tarot recently since my last FlossTube. I've actually been trying to fix the pattern in my markup app because it hates Witchy Stitcher for some reason, but I did find a way that I can be like, okay, we'll find all the symbols in this color, and then if it misses some, I can go through and like check them off and click them so that it counts all of the stitches. And that's been tedious, but I think in the long run it's going to be helpful just because it's so big. And yeah, so I have not quite started on that one, but I am working on one of the cards now. I've been working on the frame a little bit, but I decided to start one of the cards because it's in the top corner, and it is the Empress, and I showed it to you guys last time what it looked like, and then I was starting it. But since then she has also released another card, and that is the Fool here, and it's a little panda who she was like, oh yeah, he likes to paint, but he paints his bones. And it's like, it's a little macabre, but it's fine. That's what we wanted, right? This is what we signed up for. So yes, the Fool, and that's the 0 card, so it's on the opposite corner of the Empress. So I think once I finish the Empress, I'll go over there and I'll do the Fool, because I don't want to just like stitch the whole frame and then start getting into the cards, because if the fabric is large and in charge, so the least amount of time I have to move it in the Q-snap, the better. So if she's putting out cards a lot faster than honestly I thought she would. That's why I don't do stitch alongs. So yeah, she's been putting them out pretty quickly. So yeah, I want to get the Empress done. I will probably work on that between now and my next FlossTube for sure. Just because it's really fun to work on, and it's so pretty and so funny and cute and colorful. That's the big thing. So that was the first part of my haul, is that we got the new one from the Witchy Stitcher. And then I did order a Lowry stand. I think I talked about it last time, and I haven't gotten it yet. And I haven't gotten any like shipping notifications or anything. So I might have to like dispute the charge and go buy it from a different website, because I've been trying to contact them and they're not contacting me back. So yeah, I don't know how that's gonna go, but we'll figure it out. I ordered it from a website because they had, the original website I wanted to order from didn't have the extending arm thing, and I didn't want to pay for shipping twice. So I was like, okay, well, let me see if I can find one that has both pieces. And so this website had both pieces, and I don't know, we'll have to see. I think I ordered it on the 10th of April. So it's been a couple weeks. I would have figured like maybe it would have shipped by now. Like it's fine. I understand sometimes that these take a little while, but yeah, so we'll see. And then finally, I think in my last FlossTube, I talked about how I got some fabric from Mystics Fabrics that I ordered. So I did get this 16 count Aida in the color Dark Reflection. And since it arrived, I can show you guys it. But this is what it looks like. I'll fold it again so you can kind of see the whole thing. It's just a little bit of a mottled blue color. And I got it because this was the closest I could find that I actually liked. It wasn't opalescent or 32 count linen, but I wanted something that kind of looked like space, And this is for my pattern from Bad Stitch. It's the Rainbow Bridge. I wanted to do one for my brother-in-law. They had to put their dog down last year, and then it's a big piece of fabric and it's a small pattern, so I wanted to do one also for my cousin. So yeah, it's like my default pet stitch, I guess. But I do really like this fabric. I think it's going to be perfect for it because the colors, I've pulled some of them, but like the colors will look really good on this fabric. This isn't all the colors. I'm missing a bunch of them, but I pulled the ones that I had so that when I go to Michael's, I have like a note in my phone, and I just, every time I'm like, oh, I'm almost out of this color, or I need this color for a new project or anything like that, and I'm not going to go to Michael's right away, I put it in my note, and then if I'm around Michael's or I unexpectedly go there or something, I just ended up at Michael's, you know, like that happens. I know what floss I need, so I can just grab it really quick. And that is all my haul. I actually didn't buy a ton of stuff. I'm really proud of myself. I am like itching to start a new project, but I shouldn't. I really shouldn't. I've been like going through my patterns because I've been like figuring out stitch counts on them and seeing like which ones are insane and why did I do that to myself, and which ones are like, oh, I could get this done in a couple of months. And I'm like going through all of them. It's like, ooh, this one's only 30,000 stitches. I bet I could do that one quick. And you can't do anything quick. It's lies. All right, so for plans, I know May is coming up, and that seems to be a very big stitching extravaganza for a lot of people. So I don't know what I'm doing for May. I should probably figure it out because May is next week. But I have a couple choices. I thought, since I was like itching for a new start, I thought maybe I would order everything and start my first Mirabilia, but I don't know. There's one, it's called Mermaid Perfume, that I've had my eye on. I've never done one, and I've never done beading, so I'm like, is it a really wise idea to just start one out of the blue? I don't know, but a lot of people are doing that one. A lot of people do mermaids for May, they do Mermay. And then a lot of people do Mania, where they start a bunch of projects, which I'm definitely not doing. I need a new start, like a hole in my head. Like for fandom, the options for May are you can stitch one project for 15 days in the month, or you can stitch one project for 24 days in the month. And those are the two I am eyeing, because the other two are like start 15 projects in May or start 24 projects in May. And no. Maybe if I started like a bunch of my mini masterpieces or something like that, it would be fun, but I don't want that hanging over my head. So I don't want to do a bunch of new starts. If I do one new start, that will be fine. But otherwise, I'll probably just work on like Deathly Hallows for 15 days and call it good. Yeah, I don't really know what I want to do. I'd love to hear what you guys are doing. So if you are participating in something that I had never even heard of, let me know down in the comments. I'd be happy to hear about it. Also, my husband is gone for like 2 weeks. So he has his final competitions of his dance competition season in Orlando. And so I was thinking about maybe starting something little that he could have when he got back. But I don't need a new start, and I don't know what to do. I was looking at a bunch of little patterns and I was like, oh, I could do that one, or I could do that one. I'm like, or I could just not do any of those things. But I don't know. Thought about it. Still thinking about it. But I am single momming it up for the next couple weeks, and it's rough because he always does all the cooking, and I'm not very good at cooking, so we have a lot of, I went to Costco and I bought a bunch of like freezer meals. You just pop in the microwave. I'm like, we did it, dinner. We had pancakes for dinner last night. They were protein pancakes, and I made it with milk and an egg, so it's like 26 grams of protein per serving. So I really crushed it. But yeah, we don't eat very well when he's gone, and then we eat a lot of snacks, and also from Costco. I went a little crazy at Costco and Trader Joe's the other day. Don't tell. But that is all of my plans and all my stitching stuff. If you were just here for the stitching stuff, thank you so much for watching and checking out my progress. And I hope you come back for the next video to see more of my progress. I post about every 2 weeks. And then sometimes I have some little extra videos in there as well. And if you want to keep up, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and leave this video a like and leave me a comment, because I like getting comments. I like refresh to see comments because they make me excited. I love talking to you guys. So yes, subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you in the next video. But if you are interested in hearing about the chill things that I'm doing, movies, TV, books, we'll start that now. So I think last time I talked to you guys, I had just finished Carve the Mark, which was by Veronica Roth, and she wrote the Divergent series, and I really enjoyed that. And then I said I had 2 other books that had come off of my holds list that I needed to get through. So one of them was Driving to Survive, Surviving to Drive, which is an F1 book, and it is by Gunther Steiner, and he was the team principal at Haas, which is the only American team, but he is not American. He's German-Italian. So, but he's very funny. He's quite the character. If you ever watch the Netflix show Drive to Survive, they love him. He's in it a lot, but it's he's not working at Haas this season. He got fired or quit or something. I don't know. But anyway, I listened to it and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. It was fun. At first I was like, I cannot understand a word this man is saying. But I got used to it. It helps with, I listened with headphones versus just like my phone speakers, because it was just clearer through my headphones. So I listened to that one, and it was very funny and interesting, and he had like a couple little like side stories and stuff that I really enjoyed. So that one was great. If you're an F1 fan and you like Gunther Steiner, I would do that one, and I definitely would listen to it because he reads it, so it's really great. And then I got A Touch of Malice from the library. I think I did that one before I did Surviving to Drive, actually. So I did A Touch of Malice, which is the second book in the Hades and Persephone series, and it was really great. And the ending was like a cliffhanger. It was like a Sarah J. Maas book, and I was like, oh my god, I have to know what happens next. And the next book, which is A Touch of Chaos, was actually available for, like, I could just rent it from the library. I didn't have to put it on hold. And I was like, oh gosh, but I have this other book and it's due in like 12 days and it's only 8 hours. So if I can just get through that one really quickly. And at first I had a hard time getting through the Gunther Steiner book, and because all I wanted to do was listen to A Touch of Chaos. But I'm glad that I like slowed my rolls and I did Surviving to Drive, and then I moved on to A Touch of Chaos, which I am in right now. So I am about halfway through A Touch of Chaos, and it's been really good. It's a lot more character perspectives. The first 2 were all Persephone, and then at the very end there was like a chapter for Hades. And this book is between Persephone, Hades, Theseus, he's a bad guy, and Dionysus for some reason. We have not met him through the other books, but all of a sudden he's he's there. So I know there's like a companion series, like A Game of Gods, or I don't remember what the first one is, but I know there's like a companion series. So maybe he's in that one, and like, because you like are supposed to read them like switching off, but I don't do that. I just do them as they've been released. So yeah, it's been good. I am enjoying it, and I'm about halfway through. So, and then of course, while I'm getting this one, I get another hold off of my hold list, and it's the second one to A Court This Cruel and Lovely, and it's like a kingdom. What is it? A kingdom that's empty and cursed. And I really like the first one, and it ended on like a huge cliffhanger. So now I have it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta know what happens next. So yeah, I'm just a little obsessed with the audiobooks right now. It's not a big deal. It's cool, you know. I really like it. Like I said, my daughter is not at cheer practice anymore because her season has ended, and that's usually where I got most of my book listening to. So I don't know. I'll have to just do more of it at home, I guess. But I have enjoyed it. It's a really good one. I've been watching minimal TV and movies and like YouTube and stuff recently. I've been kind of keeping up with the FlossTubes I like to watch. But I've also just like been watching a lot of Parks and Rec clips, which has been really great. I really enjoyed those Parks and Rec clips. And now like my whole YouTube is that. But anyway, you know, you ruin your own algorithm most of the time. So I have been doing that, but my husband and I did watch the Fallout series, which is on Amazon Prime, and I can't remember if he started before we got married, but he played one of the Fallout series like to death at some point. I'm pretty sure it was before we had our daughter, and he played the shit out of that game, and I can't tell you which Fallout it was. I know there's a couple, but and so it's fun watching the show and like seeing the little Easter eggs from the game and stuff. And then there was a mobile game that we played pretty heavily as well. So yeah, we finished the Fallout series, and it is pretty gory. It's pretty violent if you are into that kind of thing, but I just look away every now and then, you know, like I'm not terribly opposed to gory things, but sometimes it's a bit much. Like, you know, like getting cut or something is fine, but like when somebody's like head gets smashed in and that, like, that's too much for me. But it is a really great series. It was really interesting. Yeah. Some of it's a little weird and gross and odd, but I think that's the point. So, yeah, it's a great series, especially like even if you didn't play the video game and stuff, it's still a fun series to watch. The girl who plays Lucy is really great, but it's just it's a good one. So if you have Prime and you want a little action adventure fun, check out Fallout for sure. And I think that's everything that I have for you guys. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up so that other people can see it. And if you want to see more progress or hear more about the books and things that I'm reading, you can always hit the subscribe button. And I would love to see your comments. I really have been bored with TV and movies and stuff lately. So if you have any suggestions, please feel free to put them in the comments. I would love a recommendation of, you know, something to watch, because I don't know what to watch, and I've just been so bored with them. So if you have any suggestions, I would love to hear it. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.